Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Remember on this channel, I always bring my trade setup on my trade pair. So this is a video I'm going to say like a welcome back video because I took a break from both content creation, trading, and a kind of I just have to like what I say like reevaluate my own life. Like let me even actually see this thing I'm doing, is it what it's like, this pattern I'm following, is it what it's. So long story short, I've been on a kind of a losing streak, like a serious losing streak, which made me like since February this year, and I'm recording this video today. Today is Monday, 28th of April. So I'm recording this video, and since then up to now, I would say that I'm not actually making money off forex at the moment. Not both business of forex content, everything. I'm not actually making any money. So I just took a break and let me first eat, treat myself from like 1 or 2 illness I've been suffering from since last year, and like kind of even think about my life, like what's even happening, like everything, how is even this year? Because none of my year goal I'm achieving them at the moment, aside creating content like documenting my journey and all that. So I took the break, and yeah, I think during the break time I read some books which I will also show you in this video. So I read uh I'm still reading, not that I'm done with the book. I read Millionaire Fastlane, I read Psychology of Money, I read uh, Rich Dad Poor Dad, and I also read Think and Grow Rich. Yeah, so I read all this book, kind of trying to picture what exactly is the journey of making money, journey to success, journey to creating wealth, how like how's the path. So within all this period, I also was also doing my back tests, refining my strategy, what have been making me take losses and all that. So I figured out that actually market is like in a cycle. So which is this thing that works for you perfectly within this market condition. Market will still be in maybe a trending market like a bull run or a bearish move, but that thing that used to work for you during the previous bull run is not working anymore. Or that thing that used to work for you when the market was selling in a bearish trend is not working anymore. And all these things like Chineke na. So I would say that it really dealt with me. Like both my fee, I've configured my fee up to 4 times. Like both marking my levels. I also tried to chip in SMC into my strategy, remove my day high and day low strategy, like trading so many other things. But at the end of that, I still found out that trying to understand just one concept, and every concept has a relationship with the other. So that's one of the things I was able to realize within this whole period. And now I've already refined my strategy to the extent that this kind of setup is what I will be taking. Once it doesn't work for me, I'm done trading for the moment. Take a break, come back the next day. Next day, if I don't see it, I'm not trading. And I would say that during this period of time, I lost a lot. And both during my illness time, I would say that I got a payout from Fundednext February. So I didn't really upload a video on it, although I made a video on it. So I didn't really upload it. I was thinking whether it's worth it or not. But just know that I got a payout and here's my certificate. So from the payout, I planned on getting that prop account, trade it, like I drilled so many plans on that money. But as sickness came, I have to first treat myself, at least be healthy before investing in forex and anything. So I would say that it was taking it small till at a point the whole payout was gone. So I just have to step back and pick my pieces and still bounce back. So I'm still going to say I'm not even bounced back. I'm even seeing the other. I've even lost another profit that someone got for me to trade, and I've lost up to 3 profit within this period of time. I don't know how much still I'm still going to lose, but you just need to keep going. I don't know if this video might inspire or anything, but this is not me trying to fake it that I'm making any money. I'm not making any money in the real sense of it, and I must say it's the truth. But you still try to pick up and just keep moving. Any day it works out, good and fine. If it doesn't, we just keep going. So today, 28th of April, I also had a trade on XAUSD, and I also like to share my setup on XAUSD to show you what I actually saw. And I took the trade. I also show you a screenshot that I took the trade on 20,000 naira I just funded this morning. The first setup I took didn't actually work out, but the second worked out. But then I'm done trading for the day. I just have to allow it to play out. And I just saw my alert that trade was already in profit and almost approaching my final take profit. So I also share the setup and show you what I saw and other setups that I've already drew my analysis, and I'm looking out to them to see a trade. So join me on the chart as I show you my setup. So right now I want to show you my chart, but at the moment my laptop is having a kind of issue with screen recording, so I will probably screenshot to explain what I'm doing on this chart. So first of all, if you check on a higher time frame, you see that we have a gap between here and here, and this is for a 4 hour time frame. And you can see that markets partly filled the fair value gap without tapping into a demand here from this most immediate break of structure. So for market to have done that, I personally do like to use my fib to plot from here, from the just the low of that candle near that demand to the high, to see if market has entered my 80% area, and quite market has done that perfectly. So since market has done that, I know that market is likely going to take a buy from that area. And then what I have to wait for me to see a shift of structure, because once high time frame is a kind of retracing down to a demand, it will be showing you on a lower time frame a downtrend, right? So on that downtrend is happening, you need to see a shift of market structure for it to align with your higher time frame. So I want to see the shift of structure on a 15 minutes time frame or a 1 hour time frame. If it doesn't happen on these two time frames, then it's not valid because of time frame alignment from a 4 hour time frame perspective. So have that in mind. From a 1 hour time frame perspective, I'm not expecting price to go all the way from here up to here. So I'm not looking at price to just give me a move from that demand up to this area, because this move from here to here is likely going to be up to 2,300 pips. So I'm not looking at price to go that far at once. So I'm going to be taking it gradually because I'm a day trader. So I preferably going to be taking this trade from this anywhere I see my entry, at least up to this first swing level. You get, once market is able to clear here and break above, we find another trade up to this next swing level right here. So, and that's the way I will be taking it gradually till price is now ready fully from a 4 hour time frame and a 1 hour time frame to align for it to show that it can push all the way to this 3499 area, roughly 3500 area. So that's just what the 1 hour time frame is showing me. Then we are going to scale down to a 15 minutes time frame to see if we can likely see a shift of market structure from there. Then we can trade up from a 15 minutes and then a 5 minutes time frame for entries. So on a 15 minutes time frame, you can clearly see that price all the way from here, first of all, made the last low, right, which I can say is my sweep of liquidity. Okay, and I will indicate that with an XS. So once market did a sweep of liquidity, then the next thing I normally do is to plot my Fibonacci 2. So once I plot my Fibonacci 2, I'll be able to get my perfect retracement from my swing low to the most recent swing low to the new high that market created. You get, so, and I will allow price to tap into that area and then find a possible demand area around there, of which we can see an indecision candle before the momentum candle that happened around there. So I'm probably going to be using it as my demand and then find a kind of a more conservative entry by looking at market to also do a kind of a retracement like into my fib area. You get, so kind of market is now pushing up to do higher low. So I'm looking at market making retracement to my fib area. So from there, I will likely be looking at demand areas around there or fib levels. Then I will take my trade from there. So from a 15 minutes time frame, you can see that our fib level from here is corresponding, giving us a perfect demand from here. And we're also going to mark it out. So marking all these things out right here, you can see that market is then giving us a clearer view of possible price movement to the upside. But remember that market condition is not going to always remain the same, whereby something that worked perfectly in a way will always repeat itself that same way. No, market always does something like it might work perfectly this way now. The next moment it won't do that perfect way the next time. It will do the similar thing but not the same perfect way it did it in the last time. So that's why you have to just pay attention to whatever market is showing you and not try to have that mindset of what I saw on my backtest will happen exactly that same way in the live market. It doesn't happen that way, and it's one of the things I observed during this short break, that backtesting gives you a clear of what to do in the live market. Then once you see a live market, face it as a live market and not as what you saw in your backtest. So take that as a lesson. So from a 15 minutes time frame, you can clearly see that we have already seen our demand area. So we are going to refine it by plotting our fib again from here too. So once plot our fib from this position low to high the market created around here, and then wait for market to tap into our fib area, which market did that perfectly. Then once market has already shifted enough structure, we then try to see from a high time frame perspective like a 1 hour, where you can see a kind of three candlestick that gives us an engulfing bar. While on a lower time frame, it will create a demand somewhere around here. Then a retracement into that demand gives us the main push So I'm going to break that down and then share the screenshot so you all can see what I mean. So as you all can see on the 5 minutes time frame, this is our 15 minutes demand area. And since price have tapped into our 15 minutes demand area, you can either take your first trade from here while you target all the way here that we are expecting price to get to, while your SL just slightly below your block, you get, which will give you a cool 1:6 risk reward trade, you get. But personally, trading a small account, you can't be risking 86 pips on a small account. So I prefer to use a more refined entry that can give me at least something less than 50 pips. So probably I'll be looking for price continuation, which is likely going to give me both a divergence, a kind of an RSI continuation divergence, or just a tap into my FIP area, or giving me a kind of a new demand area and then a tap into the demand area while mitigating an inducement level. So that's just exactly what I'm going to be looking at for in a 5 minutes time frame. And if you look closely, we have one of it here, which is this demand block around here. So if I mark out my 15 minutes demand block, it will show you perfectly how market tapped in and give us a cool 1:11 risk reward trade. So that was kind of how I could have been able to leverage on this move. But I took my entry somewhere here. Official will share the screenshot so you can see that. I took my entry here and looking at this area as my inducement level. So I thought market would just react from here and push all the way here. But market for me try to do more of an accumulation so it can tap into a proper 15 minutes order block. I said 15 minutes order block, but I didn't actually look at it as a 15 minutes demand area and another block. So I looked, I didn't really do much about it. So, but that was the trade that later played out fine, and I've already taken my loss for the day, and I'm cool with it. So tomorrow we go again. The lesson we have learned from this trade is enough, and that's it. So if you like content like, don't forget to smash the like button and follow for more videos. So I will probably be updating you guys on much more of my trading setups and how I do trades. I believe this documentary will help both you and me. So make sure you subscribe so you don't miss our next content. So see you guys and wish you a profitable month, a profitable week, and a profitable year. Jovianking Trades, subscribe.